Good morning, welcome back. I think we're called the ANS way. I forget, my memory's terrible. So welcome back. I hope you've been enjoying the recent videos. We put up, I think at this point, 3 vlogs, and there's a couple more being processed to go up. And we've got the usual updates and informational style videos coming as well. So keep watching, let us know how we're doing, let us know if there's anything that you want, and make sure you subscribe. As Selena said in the last video, we still can see, I think there's about 61% of regular viewers that are not subscribing. Anyway, today, I think we both got up around 7, we were both very tired. No, actually 6:30. Celine's been working since then. I started editing videos about 7 o'clock. Finished up about 10 past 10 and started doing a workout. It's now 11:30, so I've just finished my workout. Celine's just about to finish up work, and we are going to go and have a look at some homes to potentially buy. The realtor managed to get us into 2 houses, so we're going to go and have a look at those. We're probably going to take our time. We're not in any rush because this is probably going to be a rental for a year, as in we're going to rent it out to somebody. So we will have a look at these 2. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll build up a picture of what the market's like, what properties are available, how quickly they come onto the market, who we're bidding against. One of the things I'm definitely going to have a look into is we were only able to get the mortgage interest rate down to 4.1%, which is very high in my opinion. It works really differently to the UK. So the UK, you generally either have a tracker, so it tracks a percentage over Bank of England base rate, a variable rate mortgage, or you have a fixed mortgage that is fixed for 2, 3, 5, 10 years. Here, that 4.1% is locked in for 30 years if you choose. You can refinance or remortgage. However, if you stay with that one, it's fixed at that rate for 30 years, which made me think about the fact that we have available credit in the UK, which is a lot cheaper than that. We can get loans for 2.9 to 3.3%. So in actual fact, we could use that to minimise the impact, the financial impact, the interest rate that we're paying back. So I'm going to spend some time having a look into that over the next couple of days and work out what benefits us the most. So yeah, we'll take you with us today along for the ride, have a look at the homes and see what you think. I don't think we expressed how much it's improved the quality of life just by being here. And to be honest, the first 4 weeks in that apartment didn't really give us a true feel. Me more so because I was able to get out, but Celine was stuck in a dark room for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So now, having this, it's just the amount of energy it gives you, having the sun and nice weather and just being in shorts, t-shirt, being able to work out in the gym, wake up in the morning, light comes in, open all the blinds. It's so nice. It's so nice. I really don't think I would move to any other sunny country and try and make myself fit in there than back to the UK. So anybody that's even remotely thinking about going to, and it doesn't have to be here, it can be anywhere with the sun. Spain, most of the year is quite nice, even though it gets a bit colder if you don't like the heat. It's punishing, the UK, so I just wanted to put out there that it's, I don't know how to quantify how much better it feels being here. I feel more myself. And interestingly, one of my really good friends moved back to not moved back, he's from Montserrat, and his wife and some of his family are from Barbados, so they moved there a year or 2 years ago now. And every time I spoke to him, you could just hear it in the way that he spoke. He was just energized and happy, and you could feel the energy was different. And I knew it, but I hadn't experienced it, but I can definitely experience it now. I'm not that expressive when I'm really happy, unless it's something that's really outstanding, but I am happier, much happier here than in the UK. It feels like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. Forget the money and everything, just the weather alone, it gives you that. And I can't remember if I started off in the video saying the way I generally start my day is I get up, and the first thing I do is I check the crypto market. We've been invested in crypto since 2016, I think, or 2017. And I also spend some time checking and adjusting our investment portfolio. Now, over the past 6 weeks, I did a lot of preparation on the lead up for adjusting things, especially around, and again, we'll get into the taxes in a completely different video. There's massive tax implications here if you hold the wrong types of stocks. from the UK and take them, or Ireland, wherever, and take them to the US, you may have to pay penalising taxes. So I did a lot of work in making sure that we didn't get punished when we got here. But since then, since arriving, all I do is really check it. I haven't had enough time to really readjust and look at where we should be investing. So I'm going to start that up from now, really, over the next couple of weeks. Readjust our portfolio, potentially start reinvesting in crypto. So I haven't invested in crypto properly since 2017, I think. I might have put a couple of hundred in here and there, but I'll probably start putting a percentage of our investments back into crypto now. So that's what I do in the morning. I then do all of the usual stuff everybody does, and then I like to work out, and it makes me feel a lot better for the afternoon and the evening. When I miss my workout, I tend not to have that much energy and I'm less happy. So because I've done that today, I'm feeling energized, ready to go and look at these places. Actually, need to eat lunch before we go, so we've got some leftovers. We made a comment in the video that probably won't come out for a couple of weeks now, and I asked Selena, how much do you think we spend on food? And I took a guess at 2,500. She's like, no way, 1,500. And about an hour later, we hadn't checked. She's like, actually, I think you're right. That isn't our usual spend. It was just over this past month or 5 weeks. And she said, oh, it's probably closer to 2,000 to 2,500. Before, we cook a lot at home, and we will get back to that, and we intend to get back to that. But for this past 5 weeks, we maybe cook a couple of times a week at home, but the rest of the meals are out, and it does become quite expensive, so we need to cut that back. So we're going to eat the leftovers that we have, and we did a big shop yesterday, so we'll start cooking at least, let's say, 6 times a week. Doesn't mean to say we won't eat out as well, but just reduce it down a little bit. Right, once we've had our lunch, we'll hit the new homes, and we'll see if we can record some of those for you, and we'll give you an update on what we think and the direction that we're going to take. We've had our lunch. Selena's now joined us.
Yeah, I'm able to get out into the sunshine. This is one of the things I love now about living here in the UK, because I was working with a team that were, well, global, but mainly in the US time zone. It meant that when we do have a summer in the UK, I was missing it because I was indoors. But now it's really nice. I can actually get out. I do most of my calls in the morning, and I can get out and enjoy this lovely heat.
So, where are we going?
We are going to view some properties. I think Anne had updated you in another part or another vlog about how we are still looking into buying a place that we will rent and then ultimately live in. So that's kind of added the conditions of what we're looking for. But we're going to look at two properties today, and they're right here, which is great. So we're literally only minutes away, unless we get lost.
No, we won't get lost.
We visited 2 houses, and yeah, we're just about to drive around the second location. Neither one, because there were people in there, so we couldn't film and share with you the 2 homes that we looked at. The first one, so both houses are up for $615,000. Interesting, exactly the same. The first one, it was actually in the area of the first house I really wanted to rent, but Ant didn't, because he didn't really see value in paying $3,000 for that with no pool. It's fine, we have a pool now. So.
And no backyard space as well.
Yeah, and it had very limited backyard space.
And one of the things that we did notice, that at first we thought it was a really good feature of having the upstairs terrace decks.
Yeah, you could sit out.
And then we realised the things that we'd want to do, for example, work out, we would have to carry 200 kilos up 3 flights of stairs every single time out of the garage. So it just wouldn't suit our lifestyle.
But we saw another house, completely different configuration to the house that we saw last time there. Really nice. There would have literally, we wouldn't have to do anything with that house. The flooring was really nice, the layout, pretty much colours we would pick as well, so very much done in our taste. The backyard was really nice, except for the fact that it was completely overlooked by a row of houses, and that's just one of those things. I don't know if any of you guys think that, but when you're at home, you sometimes want to feel that you're not being looked at at your neighbours or people leering over.
And especially that one, the houses that overlooked it were actually elevated, so even without them staring, they're looking directly into your space.
So that was the only reason why, but annoying in a way, because that would have just been something you could buy and rent straight away. We wouldn't have had to do anything with it. We then came to the next location. It's not exactly in the spot where Summerlin, but just south of where we are, and this is where we are now. And larger house, 3,000 square foot, so huge house, but not modern inside at all. Very dark. It's not, the modern bit didn't bother me because we've said if we can go in and do the house up to our liking, that's absolutely fine. But it's really dark inside.
Had a tiered back garden though, which was actually quite nice, or backyard. So I hadn't seen it here before, but it was on 2 levels. You wouldn't be able to use the second tier because it was planter type stuff, but made it look really nice, I thought. And the part that we worked out, so the footprint is about the same as the home that we're staying in now. However, because our one is open from the ground floor up to the top, in about half of the house, it makes a huge difference to the light that comes in, and we don't need the floor space, so we'd prefer the light. So it actually put us off it being that dark, really, especially when we're not going to use the extra.
Yeah, so that, and also the fact that it's exactly the same price as the other house, which is ready to go, whereas this one is not ready to go at all. We would have to do it up for any tenant, and also definitely if we wanted to move in. So not quite the right house for us in both cases. But it's great to meet the realtor, because then he starts to learn what we like and don't like. Just get it's nice enough here.
Look at this one, the triple garage. 2 of them. Ah, it's a whole street with triples.
Yeah, this is the triple garage street. So we are driving around the neighbourhood of West Summerlin, and Anne takes a right out to do some more sightseeing, and he's like, wow, this place is amazing, I never knew all of this was here. So we come here almost every week. But
it's never 1 minute from our house. It's normally you drive out to this. I didn't realise this was.
This is Red Rock.
3 minutes.
Yeah, so in the first few weeks we were coming here quite a lot. So it's our first weekly catch-ups at Calico Basin, and I think somewhere else were all recorded here, and he's forgotten, or it's not, or just realising that we live right next to it now.
Right, I always get really snacky throughout the day, so I always have to keep snacks on hand. So what I'm going to do now, and I'll always make some for Selena, even though she's not that snacky. I'm going to make like a fruit cocktail. So we've got, didn't get honey, but got watermelon, bananas, strawberries, and these amazing, you get them in Asda actually, cotton candy grapes here. If you can get them, they're great. I like all grapes, but these in particular actually taste like cotton candy. And then some red apples and some pears. Selena doesn't like skin on fruit, so I'll have to peel it for her. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start looking at the next group of properties that are available in this area for us to buy. Then I might do a second workout. Unfortunately, I missed the time I need to do our stocks and shares because we're on the wrong time, really, for the UK stocks. I need to do that in the morning, and then I can do the US stocks that we hold in the afternoon. So I'm going to at least review the US ones, and then tomorrow morning I'll start with the UK ones and see what I need to do with them. I've had double snacks, so I had some chicken and the fruit that I mentioned. And one of the things that we had said to the realtor is one of the properties was really nice, really good finish, reasonable price. I mean, cheap for the UK, but probably expensive here. Only built in 2016. Really liked it. However, it was really, really overlooked. I think Selena mentioned it, and what we were trying to explain to him is, if you look here, we are only overlooked and partially overlooked by one house, so we're enjoying that privacy without having a wall that's doubly high. So that wall is nice and low, and we don't have to worry about people looking in. Sometimes if the house is back onto each other, they build the walls a lot higher, but then you feel like you're sort of in prison again, and you don't get as much sunlight. So we've said to him we're really happy to wait for the right property. If it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, sorry, 2 months rather, we're happy for that. We'd rather wait, get the right place. If it takes a while, it takes a while. So I think he has a reasonable understanding so far. He's going to continue sending us over properties daily as they update, and then we'll hopefully be able to get 3 or 4 in each time we go out. The part that makes it a little bit more difficult is the area that we like, and mostly Selena likes, really only has a limited number of properties that become available, and I would guess that's because people like living here, and when they do become available, they are expensive and go 1 to 3 days maximum before they sell. So we have to be quite quick if we like one. So hopefully that comes up over the next couple of weeks. I'm waiting for Celine to finish work. I think it's 4 o'clock now, and then I'm going to do a second workout with her before we cook ourselves again. No idea what I'm making, but we'll cook something and enjoy that. Celine has just come down and told me that our sea shipment hasn't even left the UK yet, so I'm not happy. There's so much stuff in there, not just the fun stuff, but all about our entire life. It's 4 bedrooms worth of stuff that's been in storage, and now continues to be in storage. Apparently it's going out next week. Whether or not that will happen or not. So it's not going to arrive in LA until I think June, the 29th of May or June, I'm not exactly sure. Which means it's then probably going to be a couple of weeks, and then if it gets stopped or delayed or checked or anything, it could be ages. So yeah, at the moment we have a few bits of rental furniture, but there's so much stuff that we need. All of our kitchen utensils, the knives, the pots, the pans, our bedding, our bed, the other bed, both desks. So at the moment I'm just using the desks in the house, and then using I guess it's the dining table. But what do you do? Because do we go out and spend another, I don't know how much it will cost to just get the essentials, and then it's going to arrive in a few months anyway, or do we just hold out and just buy exactly what we need at the time? I don't know. But yeah, really frustrating that it hasn't managed to get on a vessel. And then what I don't understand is the other couple, or the lady that I was speaking to, theirs was quick. 8 weeks. The only thing I can attribute it to is they had no stuff to bring. They had like they went on a shared container. She said like a couple of things, whereas ours is at least a container full. So potentially that's what the issue is. Either way, frustrating, and we'll have to work it out. So with the frustrations of our stuff not turning up, we're both going to do some workout again. So this will be my second one. I'm not going to do that much, and this will be Selena's first of the day. We get some frustration out. I don't normally train Selena because we end up in arguments, as we've said in another video. Whether or not that's out yet, I don't know. But today we'll train together, try a different tact. Alright, that's it for the day. We spent a lot longer in here than we anticipated. We got through the rough initial stage of miscommunication when we got there in the end. And Selena's just finished her 2 minutes to end the workout on the rower. Time to get back to normal work now, like looking for houses.